right, all right. As you wish.
Well, well, Goodman Ambrose.
Yes? Is there something I could do for you?
I heard you were about to leave for Kuttenberg.
Aye. Sir Sebastian von Berg ordered new clothes and he won't settle for anything but the best. I have to go and buy some fine linen, brocade and other things. I'm taking 600 groschen to pay for it all. I'll make him the finest garments ever.
Ah, I see. Well, Sir Sebastian's a man who doesn't like to be disappointed.
True indeed. I'll be on my way just as soon as the horse is shod and the wagon hitched up. I'm glad to see you.
Let's have a drink together to pass the time while you're waiting, eh? On me.
That's kind of you, lad.
As you ordered.
See you later. Good health.
May it serve you.
You look like a fellow who's been around. Tell me, what's going on in the countryside? Are the roads safe?
Here.
Oh, it's safer in the province now. There was a pack of enemy cutthroats holed up in Pribyslavitz, north of Talmberg. Mercenaries, bandits, Cumans, and other rabble. But we attacked them and smashed them to pieces. So yes, the roads are safer now.
My word. And who led the attack? I'm hungry. I'd like a bite to eat.
I did. The bold Henry of Skalitz. Let's have a drink to my bravery.
Well now, I had no idea I was sitting here with such a warrior. A toast to your bravery.
Bravery it was, I cannot deny. Not one of them could match me in combat. Ha! Let's drink to my sword fighting skill.
To your incomparable skill, Master Swordsman.
I rained a barrage of blows on the enemy's heads, to my strength and speed.
Aye, aye, to your fast, powerful arm.
But first I had to track down their lair. So, let's drink to my cunning, too.
Is that so? Then you have the cunning of a fox.
Well, there was a band of brigands on the rampage in the province. They attacked the stud farm at Neuhof, killed old Smill, the owner, and torched the stables.
So it's true then. I heard some talk about it, but I thought it was exaggerated. Maybe I should take an escort with me.
No, not to worry. Fortunately, I caught up with those bastards and put a stop to their pillaging.
That's good news indeed. Let's drink to your accomplishment.
It was no easy matter, I can tell you. They were cleverly holed up, but they weren't smart enough for me. Ha! To my wits!
Ha ha! To your wits!
Sigismund's hordes attacked Skalitz, razed the castle, pillaged the whole area, and slaughtered a lot of people.
I heard, lad. I heard. God have mercy on those poor souls.
But a lot more people would have died if I hadn't warned them. I took an arrow in the leg, but I still rode on to Talmberg to alert them there.
Well done. I toast your determination.
And another thing we can drink to. That wound still hurts. We can drink to that.
Yes, to your wound.
May those bastards burn in hell.
May they burn in hell.
Did you hear what happened in Merhayed?
No? What happened there?
Some bandits attacked the locals.
God have mercy. It seems that's the lot of decent folk on this earth. Some fucker thinks he can take what he wants by the sword, and there's damn little you can do about it.
Ah, But the villagers weren't such an easy mark. They stood up to them and put up a fight. They even managed to take one captive.
Good on them. That's what those bastards deserve.
But it didn't end with that. Some pestilence broke out, and people thought it was the plague.
God have mercy on us.
It turned out it wasn't the plague, though. Those murdering bastards poisoned the wells there.
The low-down whoresons. They ought to hang. The lot of them.
Let's drink to those brave souls in Merhoyed. They stood up to a pack of cutthroats and captured one.
Glory to them!
Not even the pestilence could break them. With the help of Brother Nicodemus, they recovered.
Glory to your brother Nicodemus too.
Aye, and may trouble pass them by now and leave them to enjoy the peace they deserve.
Aye, peace to all people with good souls.
So, you're going to Kuttenberg, eh?
That's right.
That's nice. I've never been there. What's it like?
Ah, it's great, lad. Grand it is. Kuttenberg is a big town, with strong walls, and more churches than you'd count on your fingers. Even the king himself has a palace there, and it's packed with people. When there's a fair, the whole town is on its feet. You've never seen the like. But the city elders are troubled now. Sigismund and his army are camped near the town, and nothing good can come of that.
The devil take that damn Sigismund! He's done damage enough here already!
My word, lad, what's got into you?
I'm from Scallis. Sigismund's army laid waste to the place.
Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been awful.
Awful hardly describes it. I'd tell you about it, but first I'd have to drink. A lot.
Then let's drink.
Closing time. The fastest dice thrower in the... The fastest dice thrower in the province. The fastest dice thrower in the...
Ale as usual.
Aye, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Ambrose, you hound. What got into you yesterday?
Me? Nothing. We drank a bit, all right. Quite a bit. And then I went to sleep.
What? You don't remember? You got as drunk as a lord. Started shouting that you were the greatest dice master in Bohemia and that you'd show everyone. No one had the nerve to tackle you, so you insisted I had to give you a game. But you lost, and then you got really worked up and wanted to save your reputation. We ended up playing until the early hours.
Damn. I don't remember a thing. Did I win?
Oh, you did, a few times. And then you lost everything.
Oh, fuck. Everything?
Everything. The whole 600 groschen you had for buying cloth in Kuttenberg.
Christ in heaven. Oh, God, what am I going to do now? I have to get that money back.
Actually, it wasn't by chance that I ran into you. It was the Virgin Mary who sent me to you.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to make a fool of me?
No, I mean it. My friend Johanka has been visited in her dreams by Our Lady, and she's been passing her message on to the people about amending their ways and repenting for their sins, like playing games of hazard, for example. You see how easily you were tempted into wagering everything you had on dice? You're bringing misfortune down on yourself and your family.
Yeah, you're right. I got carried away. But what am I to do now?
Repent and do penance for your sins. Ask God for forgiveness and swear by the Blessed Virgin never to pick up dice again.
You're right. My passion for dice has gone too far. I'll do what you say.
And give me those dice, so they don't tempt you to play again. I'll throw them down a well where they can't put sinful thoughts in your head.
But those aren't just any old dice that you can get anywhere. They bring luck. Well, mostly.
Ambrose.
I don't play with them much. I keep them hidden away for special occasions. Oh, all right. Here you are. Listen, Henry, the money you want from me, do you think maybe I could get it back? I've learned my lesson, I swear. But now I have to go and buy that cloth, and I can't pay for it.
You've seen the error of your ways. That's all I wanted. I never intended to take your money. Here, have it back. And next time, be more sensible about what you do with it.
Thank you, Henry. You're an honourable man. God bless you. Goodbye. Christ in heaven, what are you punishing me for?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. 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 Good heavens. What's all this? Candles? Pictures? Someone's made quite a shrine here. I can't wait to hear what Johanka thinks of this.
God be with you, Henry.
Sacred Virgin among virgins, our loving mother, full of grace, Saint Sigurd.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
So, what do you think? Was it all right?
I'm at a loss for words. It was great. It sounded almost like it wasn't you at all. I never expected you'd say such things. Flames, a golden city, beasts of hell, it was awe-inspiring. You even put the fear of God into me. I heaved a sigh of relief when the Virgin Mary came and everything ended well. It was the best sermon I ever heard. I mean it.
Oh, thank you, Henry. I don't even know how I did it. I just opened my mouth and the words came by themselves. What about other people? What did they say?
I'd say they liked it. Everyone was quite spellbound.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it? And do you think it made sense? That it was clear what I wanted to say?
Oh, yes. Clear as day. It was a warning that we shouldn't be proud, like those people in the Golden City.
Something like that, but it wasn't just about pride, but about all our sins. We must amend our ways and live virtuous lives. Only then will the Virgin grant us her mercy.
Aha, right. That makes sense. I get it now.
I'm glad you do. I hope the others understood too. Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you were there with me.
So am I. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. How is Matthias doing?
I think he's getting better. It looks like his fever's fallen. Sometimes we even talk for a while. I just hope he doesn't relapse again.
Nah, he'll pull out of it. You'll see. Where did all those pretty things outside your door come from?
People have been bringing things and leaving them here. Sometimes they even pray. Flowers, a few coins, some food and various bits and pieces. People give whatever they have. Some of them light candles too.
Why are they doing it?
Well, I think it's like some veneration to the Blessed Virgin. And they come seeking advice too, asking about this and that and what they should do. And even worse, they want me to bless them. Someone asked me to bless them before travelling to Benishov. Others asked me to bless women about to give birth, so their children would be healthy and nothing bad would happen. And it seems to me there's more and more coming. I'm at a loss what to do. I wasn't expecting this at all.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? People respect you and believe what you told them. They're showing their support.
I suppose so. But I don't bless anyone, in case you were thinking.
Sure, that really wouldn't be a good idea.
Of course not. What? Do I look like a bishop?
No, and he'd have a fit if he saw something like that. I see things are looking up for you. You even got a roof over your head. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore. And it seems the overseer coughed up a groschen or two in the end, eh?
Yes. I'm glad too, but it's a little bit complicated. Monastery affairs, you know. I won't bother you with the details.
What about the custodian? Is he leaving you alone now?
Yes. He hasn't been here for a while. Can we just talk about something else, please?
What's got into you? You're not yourself at all. Is something wrong?
Oh, Henry. If only you knew.
What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian. He kept coming here, always bringing me gifts, a dress, a piece of jewelry. He was so persistent. I was completely worn out from everything. And he was the only one here who showed me any sympathy, any understanding. He was quite kind, actually. And then once, more than once, I went with him. Then he had this room cleared out and gave it to me.
But you're not to blame. These things happen. He's a noble, and he can do whatever he feels like. Took advantage of you.
But it's all over, I swear. Since I started having those dreams, I haven't been with him. I sold all the things he gave me and bought food and supplies for the sick. I still feel terrible about it. I think maybe it's because of me that Matthias isn't getting better. If I had been more virtuous...
Don't be so hard on yourself. The important thing is you ended it, and you tried to make amends.
I'm so ashamed, Henry. Please forgive me, and don't tell Matthias or anyone else, I beg you.
I won't breathe a word. I promise.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. I feel relieved for telling you. You're so understanding.
Good luck then.
God be with you.
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders. Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her. I wouldn't say she was particularly happy there either.
That sounds promising, Henry. We should try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
You're right. I'll head off right now. If it's the will of the Blessed Virgin, it must be done.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here.
Goodbye.
Pull me an ale.
All right.
I'm glad to. Take care.
Let's have a word.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
My pleasure.
Powder made of the bones of Saint Thomas.
Good God, you look terrible. Take care.
Poor or rich, old or young, they are
What are you looking for? If you want to go and...
Won't let you beat me like that.
Better not disturb anyone, yeah?
Ow!
She's sitting right outside the door. She can hear every...
Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore.
Don't call her a whore.
She fucks for money, you idiot. She is a whore.
Now you've fucked up.
You've gone too far, young man. What got into you? Beating my customers. How the hell did you get in here?
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God. Henslin will kill me if Marouche doesn't first.
Maros,
The proprietor.
everything will be all right.
All right. You said that about Hinnock when you were looking for him, and he ended up dead.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
Why do you live like this? Why don't you just leave?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Well, when you put it like that, it does sound a bit peculiar.
I should say so. It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
Well, yes. Money isn't everything, you know.
Is that right? So you've never been with a bath maid?
Well, yes, but that was quite another matter.
Oh, a secret mission, was it? They all have some excuse. So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat-Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's all that bad here.
But you're a pariah. No one will talk to you.
What do I care about anyone else? Let them look out for themselves and I'll do the same.
You don't care what other people think.
They can think what they like.
You won't always be able to manage on your own, whether you like it or not.
So what?
Do you want to end up like Hinek?
I don't, and that's exactly why I don't want to rely on anyone else. But I still think I'm better off here.
You don't care that you're living in sin?
So, virtue won't put food on my table.
And can you live with it?
What do you mean?
I mean, doesn't it trouble your conscience at all?
I've always done what I could to survive. I'm the way God made me.
If you say so.
But I still think I'm better off here.
Haven't you ever thought of doing something different?
Like what?
Well, wouldn't you like to help the sick?
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, but you'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
I suppose not. But I still think I'm better off here. Sorry, but this is going nowhere.
But we were just...
To tell the truth, I don't believe you much. Here I have some certainty at least.
Oh well, it's your decision. You'll have to answer to God Almighty, though.
That's my affair. May the Lord watch over you. What are you playing at?
What are you looking for? You'd better not disturb anyone here. I've got an important guest.
You won't get away with this.
Oh, yeah? You think a knight in shining armor is gonna come to your...
If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Maros won't let you beat me like that. Ow!
She's sitting right outside the
What are
door.
you looking for?
She can
You'd
hear
better not
everything.
disturb anyone here.
She don't dare interfere.
If it's a bath you're after, I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Oh? How's that?
We're closed. A terrible thing has happened.
Really? What?
The water in the tubs has turned to blood.
Water turned to blood? You're having me on, right?
I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't seen it with my own two eyes. Turned to blood.
Oh, yes, you will. I paid for you, and I'll get what I paid for, whether you like it or not. Come here to
And what about your other services? Are you still doing business?
Aye, for now. Who knows how long, though? What do you need?
Christ! Is that Adela crying in that room?
Aye, it's a bit unpleasant.
Unpleasant? That fella is beating her up.
The gentleman is a little on the rough side, but he pays well, and the bruises will heal soon enough.
I want to talk to her.
You can't now. The door stays locked, and the key stays safely with me. Wait until tomorrow.
Ow!
She's sitting right outside the door. She can hear everything, but she don't...
She could be killed in there.
Let her listen.
And do you think the bailiff wouldn't hold you responsible, sitting here and doing nothing to stop it?
You really think she could be?
Leave me alone, you pig!
God almighty. Here, take the key.
You're an animal!
Please, help her.
You call me an animal? Is that any way to talk to a customer, you fucking whore?
Get out! Keep your...
Are you yanking my pizzle?
I'm not going anywhere.
For Adela?
Don't call her a...
She fucks for money!
Now you've fucked up.
You'll pay me back for this.
I don't need this shit. But you haven't heard the last of this, fucker! I'll cut your fucking throat for that!
What a mess! Couldn't you just have talked to him? I should never have let you in. I don't need any trouble.
Couldn't you have gone and sorted it out somewhere else with him?
What in God's name? Oh my God.
Everything will be...
All right. And he ended...
Leave this place. You don't have to live in this rat hole anymore. We'll leave together.
Who gave you that idea?
Johanka.
What Johanka are you talking about, for God's sake?
She's from Skalitz, like me. Just an innocent girl.
They all claim that.
But she really is. Well, that is... she was.
Ha! So what did she do? Did she go with a man for money too?
Only to help others.
Oh, I bend over backwards here to help others.
It was only on account of her that the wounded from Skalitz got to Sasau. Although they didn't have it easy there either.
I heard they took them in at the monastery.
Aye, but they didn't exactly bend over backwards to help them there. Johanka had to take care of them on her own. Most of them wouldn't have lived without her. And to get some extra supplies for them, she succumbed to the custodian there.
For them? She had nothing out of it for herself.
She only did it for them.
I don't think I've ever met anyone like that.
Look, when I came to see her the first time, after Skalitz, she was destroyed. And they wanted to drive her out of the monastery. She could have just gone. But she didn't want to stop helping the others.
But what's any of that got to do with me?
It was Johanka who sent me to you.
But I don't even know her. Why would she send you to me?
It was a revelation from the Virgin Mary.
A revelation? How?
The Blessed Virgin started visiting Johanka in her dreams.
Visiting?
Well, that's how Johanka put it. Like visitations in which she spoke to her. And according to these visitations, she believes she has a duty to save sinners.
And you believe in these visitations?
Yes, I believe.
I'd like to believe too.
Well, why don't you try it then?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go...
Why not?
It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become
A prostitute?
Yeah.
If you expect... I didn't want to...
So just for...
What do you think?
Well, yes.
Is that right?
Well, yeah.
Oh?
They
all have...
You can just find yourself a
Why?
What about when...
That's true.
You can't go...
What do you...
I've seen... Well, maybe you should.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's all that bad here.
You don't care that you're...
So?
Man cannot live by bread alone.
I'll wager you've never known real hunger.
Oh, I have. Believe me. But I never sold my soul on account of it.
I wish I had that kind of will. I'm still not sure.
But you're a pariah.
What do I care?
You won't always be able to manage on your own, whether you like it or not.
So what?
Not even Johanka can manage everything on her own.
But when you talked about her, she sounded so strong.
And even so, she's struggling. If she didn't have the help of one of the monks, as well as...
You?
Well, yes. I can't just stand by and do nothing.
Maybe it's not so bad to count on someone else in this world.
No doubt about it.
You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bathmaid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
There, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
God be with you.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot.
What are you doing? Silent life, are you?
Now.
Here! I'll find you, you cur. You can't hide from me.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang
The
you up
answer
by the
to my
balls
bread.
from the nearest tree.
Just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone.
What's the matter? Come on!
Got weak at the knees, have you?
Is that all you've got? Come here, lily liver!
You'll get one for. was dead. Bring it on.
Is that all you got?
Come on.
The knees, have you? I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll
Tired
hang you
of
up by
life,
the
are ya?
balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
The knees, have you? Is that the best you can do?
I'll find you, you cur. You can't hide from me.
Combat. What?
Will we keep going? You're right, Henry.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you all right?
Just a scratch or two. Those idiots didn't know who they were taking on.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
Goodbye.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me, without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless... if you wanted. For one last time, together.
One last time. Why not?
Johanka's brain is addled. Don't be taken in by her nonsense. God be with you, my good man.
Don't play games with me.
Begging your pardon, but I haven't a clue what you mean.
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but the Holy Spirit and our Christian duty.
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give a bit of coin to those in need. What do you say? Are you in need?
Well, thanks for the, alms. Listen, here's how it is. Some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking nonsense about visitations from the Virgin Mary. And there are certain good wives who think she's up to no good. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And there's talk that she's got something with a custodian and who knows who else. And we're just here to warn decent people about the iniquities going on here.
Uh-huh. Is that so? Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't want to do that.
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka and everyone else here in peace. Got it?
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but we really don't feel like going anywhere. Sorry.
Enough of your nonsense. Clear off, and if I catch you round here again, I'll have you clapped in the pillory.
Come now, you can't out people in the pillory just like that, surely.
Look here, you joker. I want you to clear off and leave Johanka alone. Now, I'm sure you wouldn't be so stupid as to turn down a few groschen.
Well, if your purse talks as boldly as you do...
What about this?
That's not enough. All right, we'll be going.
Glad to hear it.
For the love of God! What have you been doing?
Any news about Matthias?
Yes, it's incredible. But he's much better. He's still lying in bed, but he's slowly recovering his strength. And he's got his appetite back. I think he's really going to make a recovery.
See, like I said, Matthias is as tough as an old boot. I went to Ledetsko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news.
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
I already ran into those thugs, and they won't be giving you any more trouble. That I promise you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that scum was no match for me.
Thanks, Henry. I thought they'd never go. You didn't say anything about it to the custodian, did you?
He knows nothing about it. You don't think I need the help of Sir Sebastian to deal with a few thugs, do you?
Good. I wouldn't want him to think I'm in distress.
Oh? Why's that?
Nothing. It's not important. Listen, there's some merchant staying at the Wagoner's Inn who's been asking after me. Would you go with me to see him? I know those thugs are gone, and it should be safe now, but...
Of course I'll go. It's only a stone's throw after all.
God be with you. Pavel of Colin, I believe you were asking for me?
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not offended by this meeting place. I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your presence. It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you or the Virgin Mary.
Oh, I'm quite taken by surprise, but it's me, Johanka, and this is Henry. What is it you wanted to see me about, Pavel?
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after many years, and by the same grace I heard the words you preached, and my eyes were opened.
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted. Are you troubled by some sin, Pavel?
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before heard a true prophetess speaking. And you're right. It came to me that it was time for me to make amends for my sin of long ago, and I decided to do some deed for the common good.
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit mysteriously. I'm not sure I understand you.
I notice you have an armed escort with you.
Henry is my protector, helper, and good friend. Because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the same piety as you.
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking for someone with an adventurous but honest soul. Someone who would find some wealth that I lost and donate it all to the deserving in Sasau.
Aha! Henry here could be just the man you need.
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous soul in these parts.
You speak boldly. That pleases me. Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit. I don't wish to detain you any longer.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said, I'll leave you and Henry to discuss things alone.
So?
Johanka is an exceptional person with an important mission, wouldn't you say?
Well, I'm glad people see her that way, but I just try and help her as an ordinary friend who's concerned about her.
A job like any other, is it?
Anyway, what is it you want help with?
It's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles's reign, I came here to Sasau to close a profitable deal, but it didn't turn out entirely as planned, and I was obliged to hide some of my money in the woods near the town. Who would even imagine that in the ruins of an old settlement lies a real treasure trove? I tried to go and recover it myself, and I can be glad that I didn't pay for that attempt with my life, as you've probably noticed.
Yes. You look like you were mauled by a pack of enraged squirrels.
The truth is even more absurd. I simply lost my footing and tumbled downhill. No doubt another divine sign that I ought to leave the search to someone such as yourself.
I'm not surprised. Merchants in the wilds are rare species, unlike humans. Where is this treasure of yours, then?
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long time getting up that slope. As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which I considered it wiser to abandon my search. As if that weren't enough, I lost my hat there.
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some boar with good taste in clothing.
Who knows? If you should find it, you're welcome to have it. As you can see, I've already got a new one. Anyway, at the point where I fell, there's a forest track that joins the stream. If you follow it closely, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled, you'll come upon the ruins of a settlement, and in one of those ruins, the money is stashed.
Right, quarry, stream, path, ruins. I should be able to remember that. And I should bring the treasure to you.
Actually, I'd rather you made the donation for me. I'm in no shape for running around now. Just come back when you've found it, or not. Meanwhile, I'll give some thought to who we shall donate the money to. Agreed?
Well, how could I refuse a pleasant stroll in the countryside? I'll be happy to go and look for your stash.
You are indeed an adventurous soul, Henry. As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of groschen, but also something else. Nothing valuable, just a dagger which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too, as a memento. Good luck, Henry, and thank you.
Can you tell me again precisely where this treasure is?
In the woods by Sasau. I can't say quite precisely. It's been a long time since I hid it, and my own attempts at recovering it ended as they did. Most of the way you have to go uphill along the stream that flows into the river next to the Sasau quarry. After a while, you come upon a forest trail that joins with the stream. You're young and agile, so you shouldn't go tumbling head over heels there as I did.
Maybe I could go there on horseback.
It's not ideal terrain for horse riding. A donkey would be better. Anyway, from there you should follow the trail deeper into the woods. I doubt much has changed there over the years. When you reach a small ruined settlement, you're at the right place. The treasure is hidden in one of the ruined houses. I can't remember which. You'll have to search.
Well, couldn't you just donate some other money?
It seems peculiar, I admit, but this treasure has more than a monetary value. It's the embodiment of my guilt. As Johanka said, we are those sinners, and we must rebuild those walls. That's why it must be this money, even if it were only 1 groschen.
When you were talking about donating the money for the common good, what did you have in mind?
The Virgin Mary chose Sasau as the place to reveal her message, didn't she? You don't have to go any further than the Rathaus or the Church of St. Martin. Both places carry the same weight for me. The important thing is, I know Bailiff Hašek or Father Fabian will handle the donation better than, say, the monastery.
Wouldn't you say Johanka's infirmary is working for the common good?
Certainly, but its financial affairs are handled by the monastery, which has a very poor record in that respect.
Then you can go and explain to Johanka and the wounded yourself that they'll suffer on just because you're worried the monastery will build more scaffolding for your money.
That's not how I meant it. It's just that, as a Colleen councillor, I had a certain property dispute with the monastery.
And you'd let my former Skalitz neighbours and Johanka suffer on because of some personal grudge? Do you really think the overseer would give them nothing when it's his duty?
I'd rather the Rathaus or the church had the money. But I suppose you're right. I'll allow a donation to the monastery.
Tell me again about this treasure. I don't quite understand its history.
I can't say it's something I care to repeat, but as you wish. I'll spare you any unnecessary details. It really is quite a straightforward story. Many years ago, I was engaged in long-distance trade, and my partners and I made quite a lot of money. I confess that our practices weren't terribly honest.
Oh? How's that?
Well, we sold short measures of cloth, mixed sand with salt, and gave fictitious origin to wines. We passed off local wines as Italian and diluted the good ones with water. It was inevitable that our deceitful dealings would catch up with us, or rather with me. My associates arranged a deal here in Sasau that they contrived to be the last in my life. I am by nature a cautious man, so I wasn't taken by surprise. I was quite prepared for their trap, so I let my associates get caught in their own ambush. And in case any of them should get out of it, I hid some of the money in the woods. Upon my return to Colleen, the council there accepted the remainder of the money with gratitude and absolved me of any blame. They even allowed me to buy myself a bailiff's office. Since King Wenceslas succeeded to the throne, I have lived an honest life and enjoyed a respected station. For that reason, too, I forgot about my treasure until now.
But your deed caught up with you at last.
Just so. He who has acted unrighteously must make amends.
Greetings. Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
Well, we sat down and talked, and in the end I talked him out of playing dice.
Did you? Mother of God, that's wonderful news. How on earth did you do it?
Look here, I'll tell you what happened, but you mustn't breathe a word of it.
All right.
Ambrose got really drunk. I took his money, and in the morning, I told him he'd lost it all at dice. He took it really hard, and he promised he'd never gamble again.
Aha. Well, if you think he really means it. And what about the money? Did you give it back to him?
Yeah, I gave it back to him so he can buy what he needs.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Henry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see the quarry and the marshland. Now I just have to find the stream that feeds into the river.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh! Yeah!
Who's there? Arlie?
Who's there?
What's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't see any other stream here, so I suppose straight up the hill here?
Yeah.
This is quite a hike. No sign of a path yet. It must be further on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, looks like this is where Pavel went tumbling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poaching, are we?
No, I'm on guard against Quumos here, see?
Oh, on the lookout for Cumos, are you?
Aye, the whole countryside's full of them. You must have smelt them yourself.
Oh, I can't say I've smelt any Cumos here lately.
You haven't got a nose for 'em. Quumos have a funny smell about 'em, see? Like a mouldy foot rubbed with blueberries.
Is there some abandoned settlement somewhere nearby?
Aye, at the end of the trail through the woods. Just follow it and you'll get to this mysterious kind of place. I saw some mercenaries going there not long ago, probably hunting Quumos. That ain't my style, though. I'm more of a sneaky fella. I like to spot them at a distance or crouch behind a wall.
What's so mysterious about this place?
There's a lot of lairs and dens, valuables left by ancestors. You only have to put your ear to the ground and listen to the stones, know what I mean?
I don't, but I can imagine it.
Even the branches whisper sometimes.
I must remember this spot when I'm on the way back. This doesn't look good. Dead and looted. I'm here at last. I'll have to comb the whole place.